Hi, guys. So, Democrats are in full panic mode right now. Um, I just saw this podcast. I started watching, I haven't really gotten even to halfway through on this podcast called Legal AF. Legal AF. I like the name of this podcast. Legal AF. What does the AF stand for? I have no idea. Is it what I think? I don't know, but I always like the name of this podcast. And this guy's name is I believe Michael Popok. Michael Popok. So, his name is hilarious to me. I'm sure he doesn't think he's very funny. But so he has this really successful podcast. He works with this other podcaster who I kind of just lost. I was giving him a lot of deference because he has like 3 million followers, and leading up to the election, like a year, 2 years, I mean, he was one of maybe two people I watched in terms of politics, because mostly I don't really watch politics, but if I had to watch some politics, it would be him, it would be Ben Meiselas, and it would be this other guy whose name escapes me at the moment, but he's also quite popular. He has like 2 million followers plus or something like that. And I just feel like the way that the Democrats lost this last election, the way Kamala Harris lost, the 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 sheer scale and breadth of her loss was monumental. I mean, it wasn't even close, right? And many people call it a landslide, and many people say that Trump has a mandate. And the thing is that I am a neophyte, I am a novice. I don't know anything about politics, but I do know that I knew that Kamala Harris could not win this election. And it just really baffled me that people like Michael Popok and Ben Meiselas and all of these other experts that I respect and defer to just led us all up the garden path in that way. We're just so wrong, so off, so blind to the obvious. This was obvious, right? This was obvious. And so I'm just like, I don't even care. But against my better judgment, I still clicked on this video today because I said to myself, I have to get over it, and I have to just give them, the benefit of the doubt. I mean, I guess maybe they just believed more in the electorate than I did. I mean, it's not that I don't believe in the electorate, but I just knew that many people at those Kamala rallies who were cheering and carrying on, they weren't going to vote for Kamala. They weren't going to vote for Kamala. So it doesn't surprise me, but I think maybe they were more open-minded than I. I am more closed-minded, I guess. So I have to forgive them and still listen to what they're saying. But anyway, now they are in a full panic mode about Trump's appointments. The people he's appointing to his cabinet, from Marco Rubio, who's going to be his Secretary of State, and his and Susie Wiles, who will be his Chief of Staff. And of course, you have Elon Musk and Vivek Viversamy, or whatever his name is, who are going to head up this new Dodge Department of Government, Government Efficiency, I think it's called. And all these other people, somebody, I don't remember the name of the guy for the EPA, and, all these people. And so they're in full panic mode. Popok is saying that, basically what Trump is doing is unconstitutional because these people need to be put before the Congress in an open hearing, and then they need to be examined, right? And then they're either accepted or rejected. They are either approved. That's not the word, but, the idea is that they are accepted, and, the appointment is then permanent for the next 4 years, unless there's a departure for one reason or another. But instead, he's saying that Trump will do everything in secret, and he's going to treat the American people like children. He's not going to tell us what's going on. The Senate is basically his footstool. He tells them what to do, and they do it like a bunch of robots. That, my words, not his. And and it's as though, this is not a democracy anymore. And so basically he's calling on people to protest, whether digitally or getting on the streets, and demanding that Trump put these appointments through the normal process of being going through a hearing and an examination before they are appointed. um I mean, look, I think, of course, on principle, he's right. I mean, but I don't think the Constitution is going to matter as much as it used to in a few years from now. I think the Constitution will be tweaked. I don't know what aspects, but I expect there to be significant tweaks to the U.S. Constitution during Donald Trump's tenure as president number 47. And there's not a lot anybody's going to be able to do about it, because I mean, Trump only has to say to the Congress, the Senate is the final arbiter, really, that what he wants, and then it's going to be done one way or another. And I think he has both the Senate and the House. And of course, if the minorities don't like it, they can, appeal. But good luck with that, because the Supreme Court right now, the 9 justices, only 3, I think, are liberals and 6 are conservatives. And another move that Trump could pull, which I don't hear anybody talking about, is he could go ahead and expand the Supreme Court, because the Democrats were sort of whispering about it, but they never had the courage to do it. They yapped about it. And now Trump could, do it. He could absolutely go in there and switch from 9 judges to 12, for example. So he adds 3 more conservative judges. So now you have 9 conservative judges and 3 liberals, one of whom is under pressure to retire because she's 70 years or older, Judge Sotomayor. And so they could really, really, the Trump administration can really rig and AF this court for centuries to come, by just expanding it and just packing it with conservative judges. So you can't overcome it. You cannot overcome 9 conservative judges, especially if they're all young. You know what I'm saying? So the Democrats are FUCK'd. What do you want me to tell you? I mean, next time when I tell you something, you listen to me. When I tell you this is not the right candidate, you listen. I just have a knack for it. I have a knee jerk for it. Okay? See you in the next one. Take care. Bye.